what we're building right now is really only the groundwork.
We're gonna do it for the next decades to come.
We've been eating dirt for 2 years so that LPs can eat vegetables in the future.
We are actually building a platform where we really believe it gives interesting insights to all the families around the world who are the top 3% of new managers every year.
So a year from now or 2 years from now, the underlying funds, just the funds that we've invested in, are going to have about 1,000 underlying companies, including the funds that we administer at least 15 countries in the world. The people that invested very early, they clearly could see this is probably something that should exist, but it's also maybe a bit far-fetched. Let's see how this goes.
We're not planning to actually do this for just 1 or 2 years. Obviously, we're already past this now, so we are pretty much in year 3. I think you always mentioned the time frame 15 to 20 years, and we really mean it.
So I'm going to welcome up to the stage, without further ado, the two founders of Allocator One. So Felix and Michael, if you wouldn't mind joining me up here, this would be fabulous. Thank you. All right, I think you can take a collective sigh of relief. You brought together 400 people. They've stayed, they are so actively mingling that it's hard to even bring them in sometimes. So clearly, you're onto something really powerful here. Tell us, what's the long-term play? What's the strategy? What's the vision longer term here with Allocator One?
I can for sure say that we're not planning to actually do this for just 1 or 2 years. Obviously, we're already past this now, so we are pretty much in year 3. Michael and myself, we started the journey and said to ourselves, when we do a new venture, we're gonna do it for the next decades to come. I think you always mentioned the time frame 15 to 20 years, and we really mean it. So we are actually building a platform where we really believe it gives interesting insights to all the families around the world who are the top 3% of new managers every year you should maybe look after. And on the other hand side, obviously you can have some really great returns. So for us, it is about building something, doing the exact same thing what we have started doing, and we're going to talk about this exact same thing, the top 3% as well in 10 years and in 20 years, and building the best platform for the GPs and LPs for getting these insights and returns.
And the flywheel that Allocator One has built is really powerful around the data that you're collecting and just the insights you're able to share. Felix, you had a really great analogy I quite liked around eating vegetables. Care to share that with the group?
Oh, I can actually pass this to Michael with the vegetables.
Yeah, I can't remember quite what that was, that conversation. It was something about we've been eating dirt for 2 years so that LPs can eat vegetables in the future. Was that what you're pointing at? Okay. So somebody today told me, and I'm not sure if they want to be mentioned, but they said when they invested, which was very early, they thought of it as a community investment, and if it fails, it's nice, it's a good idea. And then they said, but now I'd be really upset if this doesn't do really well. And that to me felt very good, because that's what I was hoping for, right, with these people. The people that invested very early, they clearly could see that, yeah, this is probably something that should exist, but it's also maybe a bit far-fetched. Let's see how this goes, and it seems like it's going. So what we're building right now is really only the groundwork, because a year from now, or 2 years from now, the underlying funds, just the funds that we've invested in, not speaking about the funds that we administer, are going to have about 1,000 underlying companies, including the funds that we administer. It will go 5 digits very, very, very fast. And that is, remember, we're going to be doing this in at least 15 countries in the world, both investing in them and running fund structures in those countries. So things are going to get quite interesting in the very near future, I believe.
Now, a good testament of an event is when last year we couldn't get people out of the venue until 11 p.m. And I think you might end up having the same thing today based on the networks. Let's talk about what's happening next with Allocator One and the desire to expand beyond a one-day summit.
So we, after the 256 panel, we already mentioned Singapore gonna be the next stage. So 10th and 11th of November, we're gonna repeat the Alpha Summit as well in Singapore. This does not mean we will not repeat London. We're going to repeat London every year. We are not sure about the date for 2026. We're going to discuss this in the next couple of days and then actually announce it. But we already have booked everything for Singapore, and we got really great interest already from amazing people from India, the wider region in Asia. They said, look, please do this as well right there. I got already a conversation today like saying, for the people from Tokyo and so it's really far, can you not actually do this as well in Tokyo? And we said, come on, let's take step by step. Yeah? Let's do this now in Singapore, and then let's see where it takes us after.
Mm-hmm. This reminds me of what I opened today's summit with, which is that venture capital invests in things that seem non-obvious up front, but 10 years later almost seem inevitable. And hey, the success that you have and the fact that you're already planning multiple years ahead for your next few summits is an indication that you're doing something right here. So with that, I think it's time and we can wrap up our panel unless you have any final closing words around the allocate or stagnate mantra to share with our audience.
Thanks for setting me up. I have nothing. I'm just very glad that you all came. This was very interesting. I learned a lot. Also, I learned a lot last year. I learned a lot this year. For example, for me, the panel that I did on infrastructure with Andy and with Peter Hughes, I had some eye-opening moments in that one where I was thinking way more complicated than reality probably is. I had a few of these moments, and basically just for that, I'll probably keep doing this for a very long time.
And I just want to say thank you for all the people that have actually taken the time to come here, and they took a long travel from various parts of the world. We really focused on quality people. We sent this invite to very few people to really ensure we have a room where you just turn around and you can have a very good conversation. We believe this is actually what we're after. So thank you for actually taking the time, being here, and hopefully seeing you next in Singapore. Please sign up as soon as possible because we only have 120 spots. Only Coco gonna stay and remain between 300 and 400. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you, Jana.